Goody goody, it's that time of the week again. So first we need is the music. Oh, and now here comes this.
The sound of Manchester.
And all the music you love.
BBC
Radio Manchester.
Shot through the heart, and you're to blame, darling. You give love a bad name.
Yeah, good morning to you. It's back. Anna Jameson and the team. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Mark. It's Tuesday, the 11th of April. I hope you had a fantastic Easter. We've got Lizzo to bring you. First, let's kick things off with Bon Jovi on BBC Radio Manchester. Good morning.
Angel smile is what you said. You promised me heaven, then put me through hell. Chains of love got a hold on me. When passion's a prison, you can't break free. Oh, you're a loaded gun. Yeah. Oh, there's nowhere to run. No one can save me. The damage is done. Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. You give love a bad name. I play my part, and you play your game. You give love a bad name. And you give love a bad name. Paint your smile on your lips, blood red nails on your fingertips. A schoolboy's dream, you act so shy. Your very first kiss was your first kiss goodbye. Oh, you're a loaded gun. Oh, there's nowhere to run. No one can save me. The damage is done. Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. You give love a bad name. I play my part, and you play your game. You give love a bad name. You give love. Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. You give love a bad name. I play my part, and you play your game. You give love a bad name. Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. You give love a bad name. I play my part, and you play your game. You give love a bad name.
Anna Jameson. BBC Radio Manchester.
Kissing you is all that I've been thinking of. Kissing you is don't matter who knows. I don't care who sees me thinking about you makes my life complete.
6. I hope you had a great Easter bank holiday. It feels like we've been away for a decent amount of time, doesn't it? And thank you to Joe for looking after the show yesterday. I hope you had a good one. Let me know what you got up to, whether you've been, I don't know, on a staycation, maybe you've been away, maybe you've just got your house sorted, maybe you've got things in order. Wasn't it glorious on Friday and Saturday? My goodness, I was going for a walk. I went for a walk on Friday. It was a 2-hour walk. And I just felt the vitamin D like seep through my skin. I was like, oh, amazing. I know it was glorious as well on Saturday. I was working nights, so I didn't really see much of it. And then as soon as I had a day off properly yesterday, it chucked it down. I was saying before about getting perhaps your jobs done. Maybe you got your spring clean underway. Yesterday, I stayed at my mum's and I woke up and I felt, as I was like cleaning, a bit of a tinge in my back. And you know when it goes a little bit and you're like, not so sure about that. That could get weird. Then later on in the day, it kind of subsided and I did a little bit of exercise, forgot about it. Oh my goodness, I do not know what I've done to it. I've hardly slept a wink. I've just been like, every time I've tried to move and sleep, it's just woken me up. I've got tiger balm on my back. Joe McGraw came in before and he was like, Hannah, backs are tricky. I don't want to touch it. I'm like, help me. So I'm in a bit of a bad way this morning. I feel like I'm moving and I can't move my neck. So my entire body is moving in one direction from left to right. But yeah, we'll get through it together. I can't suddenly get surprised by something or jolt my neck, or I think I'll be on the floor.
I came here with a broken heart.
How did we go? Anybody knows? From blues to southern soul. How did we go? Anybody knows? From blues to southern soul. People all over the globe, they taking on this southern soul.
here. He's been looking after you on Saturday, Monday as well, keeping the seat warm.
Indeed. Is it warm?
Yeah, it is. Well, this one is now. Now we switched chairs.
You've switched chairs to a bigger chair.
Yeah, because as you said before, what did you say to me?
Backs are tricky.
Backs are tricky.
And you've got a sore back today.
I have. And it's got shooting pains down my arms.
Do you know what? The more you keep saying this, the more I think, are you going to be okay?
I don't know.
Shooting pains down your arms.
It's not good, is it?
What happened?
I don't know. I just nicked it, and then I was doing exercise, and then it just went, and I was like, oh no. It's horrible. You know when it makes you feel a bit sicky.
I walked into the studio and you're in a world of your own, and I went, are you all right? You went, I might be sick. I was like, oh no. So if you're listening, go easy on Anna today.
Oh, thank you. We're going to be talking best mates today. It's my best mate in the world's birthday.
Oh, lovely.
Alex. We've been like best friends since school. She lives in Brisbane now in Australia, so I very rarely see her. But yeah, it's her birthday today. And so I thought we'd talk about our best friends in the world. So I know that you've got one called Daryl, and he's a man, a myth. I don't believe he's real. I've heard that much about him, but don't actually know who he is.
Yeah, he's interesting. He's an interesting character, Daryl. He's someone you've got to be with to sort of understand and love.
Okay.
Do you know, he's not one of those, I could talk about him now and you think, oh, he sounds like a fun guy. You've got to be there and you've got to feel his
Does he sound
aura.
like a bit of an idiot?
Massive idiot.
Yeah.
Massive idiot. And I sort of hide him away until you're ready to meet him. So let's just say, I think, Anna, you're ready to meet him because I don't think it'd put you off me. But say some people in the office, if I just brought Daryl, they'd be a bit like... They'll question me as much as Daryl.
Because, you know, the company you keep says a lot about you. So what does Daryl say about you?
Daryl likes me. I think. You see, Daryl's sort of the life of the party.
Okay.
He really can turn a night. He's such a funny guy. Loves life, but does stuff like swallow pennies when he gets too drunk for pints. And you know, some say he's like a piggy bank now, where he's literally full. He says they do reappear in time.
That is awful.
But that's
why are you mates with this person?
It's just one of the stories that can just indicate
he's your best friend.
No, but there's another. If you talk about
promising.
really best friends, there's another one called Andy that we just don't even mention.
Why?
Even worse than Daryl.
Right, well, those are Joe's best mates. If you want to tell me about yours, please, your best friend in the world, how long have you been friends with them? When did you meet them? And if you've got a funny story, hopefully something a bit more savoury than that, swallowing pennies.
It's like a piggy bank.
I mean, that's just disgusting. Get in touch now, 81333. Start your text message with the word mank. You can WhatsApp me on 08000 321 333. Again, start your WhatsApp with the word mank. We're launching a brand new quiz in a couple of minutes. Joe's here to tell us all about it. Hold on. Hold your horses. Right, on the...
First I know about that.
I told you that we were going to be doing this. Joe, shut up. Barton Lane is closed from Trafford Road to Redcliffe Road in Eccles. That's because of a vehicle hitting a bridge. In Lostock, there's temporary lights on the A58 Beaumont Road at Junction Road West. Why are you making me laugh? And in Hazel Grove, there's temporary lights on Torkington Road at Avondale Avenue because of gas main work. Your travel from BBC Radio Manchester. More in 20 minutes.
Let's go racing! It's Super Mario Kart Funny Car Madness! Only on Super NES! Turn the track into a giant mud pit! Or burn rubber on ice, wood, or asphalt! Mix it up with the big boys! See Bowser and his Bigfoot-dropping truck! See Yoshi's go-kart really go! Mushrooms, banana peels, turtle shells! Dynamite! Check your rear view and make a neat test! Or go into battle mode and ruin his day! 2 speeds! Fast and way too fast! It's 2-player fun on the split screen! Only for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System! Now you're playing with power, superpower!
It is 6:21. Joe, you look surprised before. You sounded surprised when I said you're going to help us describe our brand new quiz. This is what it's called. It's called... See what we did?
Yeah, I do. I love this. Love it.
It's called What's the Story Morning Glory? And it's featuring a colleague of ours. Now, the colleague is known as Kieran. He sometimes works on the show. Can you describe Kieran to me?
He's an enigma, an
He
elusive
is.
figure. He can come out with some incredible statements and comments that just sort of can take you by surprise a lot of the time.
I don't understand where he's coming from half the time, Kieran. He's like the Carl Pilkington of
He really is.
Radio
He's
Manchester.
sort of he's got elements in him where you're like, where did that thought just come from in your brain? But he just makes things a little funny. He just makes it a bit more easier to get through the day, I think, as well.
For instance, when he appeared on your show, on the Dead Good show, I heard him as I was driving, and you asked him, Kieran, when's your birthday? And he said, what did he say?
I don't remember. What did he say?
Next year.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't give a date. He just said next year. That summarises Kieran.
But I don't think he meant to say next year. He didn't realise why that was funny. So he's got this sort of innocent element to him as well.
Yeah, total innocence. The way his brain works, goodness knows. But I thought, do you know what? I'm going to capitalise on it.
Really?
So, this is how the quiz is going to work. Kieran has been handed a scene from a TV show or a film, and it's up to him to digest that and describe what he sees, okay? Now, what I would like you, dear listener, to do is try and work out what film or TV show Kieran is talking about. Now, if you can get through his thought processes, I mean, like, seriously, you've done very well indeed. But here is the very first clue, okay? Now, if you don't get this, it will roll on to tomorrow. Right.
Okay.
So here is Kieran's take on a story.
It really highlights the problem with jumping to conclusions because, like, everyone's running around scared. Yeah, they are taped up, but come on, they got seatbelts on. What do you mean? He couldn't be that bad. He's literally taking the time to give him seatbelts.
That is Kieran's take on a TV show or a film.
Yeah.
Do you know what TV show or film that Kieran is talking about it? Let's hear it again. I told you it was mad.
It really highlights the problem with jumping to conclusions because, like, everyone's running around scared. Yeah, they are taped up, but come on, they got seatbelts on. What do you mean? He couldn't be that bad. He's literally taking the time to give him seatbelts.
Do you have any idea of what that is?
Do you know what? Kieran has told me what it is off air, so I
Fine.
know. And when I'm listening to it now, it's so funny knowing what what scene he's talking about. It's class.
Right, so this is from a film or a TV show, and in the TV show it could be a specific scene in it. All right, so here it is again.
It really highlights the problem with jumping to conclusions because, like, everyone's running around scared. Yeah, they are taped up, but come on, they got seatbelts on. What do you mean? He couldn't be that bad. He's literally taking the time to give him seatbelts.
If you know the film or TV show that Kieran is talking about, you know what to do. Get in touch now, 0800 218 2255. As I said, if you don't get it right, it rolls on until we get it, okay? We do have more clues, but it's up to you to guess it. What film or TV show is that taken from? 81333 on the text. Start your message with the word mank, or you can WhatsApp me, 08000 321 333. Start your WhatsApp with the word mank. Right, we've got Harry Styles to bring you on the way first.
You always were there, always beside me, holding my hand every step of the way. Through these eyes you could do no wrong. In these eyes you were brave and strong. In my heart those days live on. You were my hero. You were my hero. Whoa, whoa.
guessing today's brand new quiz on What's the Story Morning Glory. It's where Kieran, who works on the show, the Enigma, goodness knows how his brain works, has looked at a TV show or a film, he's described it, and it's up to you to guess the film or TV show. Okay, here he is.
It really highlights the problem with jumping to conclusions because, like, everyone's running around scared. Yeah, they are taped up, but come on, they got seatbelts on. What do you mean? You couldn't be that bad. He's literally taking the time to give them seatbelts.
If you know the story that Kieran is talking about, you are very clever, may I just add. If you know the answer, get in touch. 0800 218 2255. He's describing a film or a TV show on this morning's What's the Story Morning Glory. If you know the answer, 81333 on the text. Start your message with the word Mank. Or you can WhatsApp me on 08000 321 333. Again, start your WhatsApp with the word Mank. If nobody gets it right, it rolls on to tomorrow. Okay, so are you going to beat me or am I going to beat you? We'll find out. Keep your guesses coming. Right now it's 6:31. And with the news headlines of Greater Manchester, it's Michelle.
Junior doctors across Greater Manchester are joining a 4-day national strike today. You're being urged to only use emergency services when absolutely necessary, and managers say cancellations to planned appointments may be unavoidable. The US President Joe Biden will arrive in Belfast this evening for a tour of Northern Ireland and the Irish Republic. The visit marks the 25th anniversary of the Good Friday Agreement being signed. People looking to rent in Salford can expect to pay around £130 more a month compared to a year ago. The property website Zoopla says rents for new lets in the city have seen the highest increase in the UK outside London. The government says vaping starter kits will be offered to around 1 million smokers in England to help them quit. It's part of plans to make the country smoke-free by 2030. And the weather today will start bright, but it'll soon turn cloudy, windy and wet, with some outbreaks of heavy rain developing later. Highs of 12 Celsius.
Mark has the sport, all the Easter Monday reaction coming up, but first it's a huge Champions League night for the Blues.
Yeah, here we go again. 7th time lucky maybe for Pep Guardiola this season. He's gunning for Champions League glory with Manchester City. He says their performance in the final defeat 2 years ago to Chelsea, though, wasn't as bad as he thought at the time. City take on Bayern Munich in their quarter-final first leg tonight. It means another meeting with Thomas Tuchel, whose Chelsea team beat the Blues in that final.
I congratulated him and Chelsea for the victory. So it happened. Reviewing the game a month later, so it was not as bad as I thought when I saw the game. But in the same time, it was not a good performance. Also, a good performance maybe to win it, but. It was a tight game.
City against Bayern is your big match commentary tonight from 7 on BBC Radio Manchester. Thomas Tuchel says he's been having sleepless nights ahead of this first leg. Listen out tonight as well for a special exclusive interview with City midfielder Rodri. Leicester have appointed the former Aston Villa and Norwich boss Dean Smith as their new manager until the end of the season. They're City's next opponents at the Etihad this weekend. Wigan Athletic have slipped closer to relegation from the Championship following a 2-0 defeat to Swansea. It leaves Sean Maloney's team 8 points from safety, but he's promising that they'll fight until the end.
For the next 5 games, we have to absolutely dig deep. We go to the very last whistle, but deep down I know I need to work even harder off the pitch to make sure that when we play against teams like this, the game needs to be a lot more even.
Bolton conceded a stoppage time equaliser as they were held to a 1-1 draw by Cambridge in League One. Wanderers boss Ian Evatt says his team invited pressure by missing key chances.
We didn't get the second. I think the second kills the game. When the scoreline's only 1, you're susceptible when they do eventually open up to the last couple of minutes, throwing the ball in the box, set plays. And, you know, the lads we've got missing at the moment's really hurting us.
Great day for Stockport County. They're up into the League 2 promotion places after thrashing Newport 4-0. Youngster Jack Stretton scored for the second game running to repay the faith of his manager Dave Challoner.
Yeah, Paddy and Kyle have been starting a lot of games and they've done well. So I've not been down about it. I've just made sure I've trained well, and now the gaffer's had faith in me and put me in. I need to just make sure I repay him with good performances and scoring goals.
Salford City look to be heading for defeat in stoppage time at AFC Wimbledon. Until this.
Chance for 3-2, and they have nicked it. The Salford bench go wild, and they've gone and won it. And his Callum Hendry is wheeling away with his shirt off in the corner.
Yeah, Callum Hendry had a penalty saved and then scored twice in injury time as the Ammies won 3-2 to move back into the playoff spots.
I was gutted because I think the lads deserved something from the game. Elliot Watt got round me straight after it, put his arm around me and get on with the game, and then he hugged me after I scored the second and won us the game. So the penalty I had to forget about pretty quickly, and there was still plenty of time left in the game, as you could see.
Rochdale remains 6 points from safety at the foot of the table after a 1-1 draw at Mansfield, but that's 7 points from 9 so far under interim head coach Jim McNulty.
It's been a very good Easter, yeah. Off the back of obviously a horrendous position that we found ourselves in, and not a lot of hope from outside of our walls, but lots of hope inside our walls, lots of optimism, lots of excitement from me to work with these players.
Oldham won 2-0 at Scunthorpe. That's relegated Scunthorpe from the National League. Altrincham lost 1-0 at home to Gateshead, and the Hollywood scriptwriters were at it again at the top of that division as a 97th minute penalty save from the former United keeper Ben Foster saw Wrexham beat their title rivals Notts County 3-2 to move 3 points clear with a game in hand.
I saw that Blake Lively has been now posting Instagram stories on Wrexham, which is just mad. An A-lister.
Who is that, sorry?
She's an A-lister, married to Ryan Reynolds.
I see.
She was in Gossip Girl.
Right.
She's super, super famous if you're into like all that kind of thing. Best friends with Taylor Swift. The fact that she is now uploading Instagram stories about Wrexham is just hilarious to me.
Apparently he's bought a house there now and everything. Like it's proper, like a mansion in North Wales.
Wild, absolutely wild. Did you have a good Easter?
I did actually. Yeah, it was all right. Thank you.
Yeah,
How about you?
Yeah, good. It feels like we've had a proper break. Do you know what I mean? Like
It does,
4
yeah,
days
it
seems
does.
like a long time. A lot.
I was hoping when we came back this morning that it would be light at the time I woke up, but not quite.
Not quite.
It's light now.
And it's dry, which was
It is
better
dry.
than yesterday.
Yeah.
Thank goodness it was.
Oh, yesterday was
soggy.
horrible, wasn't it?
Right, soggy.
Horrible.
But on Friday, I went for a lovely 2-hour walk on Good Friday.
Oh,
It was
nice.
gorgeous in Lancashire. It was so beautiful. And just being outside and having some time off and just getting that vitamin D. Just seeing daylight, really. It's really good, isn't it?
Daylight's really good.
Yeah.
That's like something at the Fast Show. In daylight, brilliant.
I feel like Accidental Partridge
Yeah.
is going to take that
They'll be straight
clip.
on that.
It will indeed. Right, we've launched a brand new quiz, Mark.
Yeah.
And it involves our colleague Kieran.
Kieran.
Right, now the quiz is called What's the Story, Morning Glory? And it's up to you to guess the story, essentially. So Kieran, in his weird warped mind, has been given the task by producer Charlie and I to look at a film or a TV show and see what he sees.
Got you.
Basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, here is today's clue. And let me tell you, the way that Kieran's mind works, goodness knows, he
Well,
could be
Kieran-
like studied in a lab,
Yeah,
really.
Kieran always says to me whenever I walk into this building, all right, Mark, are you living the dream?
Nice
Says it every
one.
day.
Nice one.
And I've heard him like on the phone say when people call up Radio Manchester and he'll just say, oh, hello, are you living the dream?
That's how he answers the phones.
This is Kieran.
Okay, this is Kieran summarising a famous film or a scene from a TV show. What do you reckon it is?
It really highlights the problem with jumping to conclusions because, like, everyone's running around scared. Yeah, they are taped up, but come on, they got seatbelts on. What do you mean? You couldn't be that bad. I think he's literally taking the time to give them seatbelts.
Do you have any idea?
I've got absolutely no idea.
No idea at all.
No idea at all.
It's a pretty famous scene. Hold on again. Let's listen. Oh, wait, not this. That's Tina Turner again. We'll hear Kieran. Hold on.
It really highlights the problem with jumping to conclusions because, like, everyone's running around scared. Yeah, they are taped up, but come on, they got seatbelts on. What do you mean? You couldn't be that bad. I think he's literally taking the time to give them seatbelts.
Do you know, I've never met anyone like Kieran. I feel like he is our answer to Carl Pilkington.
I think he is.
That's the only way I can describe him. If you know the answer to today's What's the Story Morning Glory brand new quiz, get in touch now. 0800 218 2255. You can text me on 81333. Start your text message with the word Mank. If you don't get the answer right today, it's a crazy rollover scenario. We'll play it again tomorrow with a brand new clue. But what is the answer to today? It's a famous film or a TV show. 81333. Start your text message with the word Mank.
This one is called Ain't No Woman Like the One in God. Amen. Come on, somebody. I know you know this one. Sing it with me. Ain't no woman like the one in God. Ain't no woman like the one in God. Come on, ain't no woman like the one in God. Ain't no woman like the one in God. Every day the Lord shines all around her. He can make the birds sing harmony. Every time I pray, I'm glad I found her. Heaven must have made her just for me. She smiles, oh Lord, my Savior, a joy for my soul to see. Ain't no woman like the one in God. Oh no, they don't come near her. Make her happy, doesn't take a lot. She's a real different thing. So together with the Lord in love, oh Jesus, when I met her. Ain't no woman like the one in God. God can fill me up when I'm down and going. Full of little music in my day. I wouldn't be surprised if God's love keeps growing. Bigger every minute that we can pray. You have blessed my life, oh Father. Your word will obey. Ain't no woman like the one in God. Oh no, they don't compare. Make her happy, doesn't take a lot. She's a real different thing. So together with the Lord in love, oh Jesus, when I met her. Ain't no woman like the one in God. Let me bring it out to you. Ain't no woman like the one in God. Oh no, they don't compare. Make her happy, doesn't take a lot. She's a real different thing. So together with the Lord in love, oh Jesus, when I met her. Ain't no woman.
42, Steve Harley and Cockney Rebel on the way, and our Eurovision Song Contest entry for this year just round the corner. Right now, let's have a look on Greater Manchester's roads. Barton Lane is closed between Trafford Road and Redcliffe Road in Eccles. That's because of a vehicle hitting the bridge. A diversion is in place on the bus service 52. There's queues on the A57 Hyde Road and Mottram Moor. That's at Mottram in Longdendale. It means a travel time of around 15 minutes along there. And roadworks have closed Bolton Road in Atherton. That's heading east between Water Street and York Street. Your travel from BBC Radio Manchester, more in 20 minutes.
We'll be right back to the game after this commercial break.
What is the price for freedom? The Great American Bash 1988, The Price for Freedom, is a battleground where champions defend their titles at all costs, and the bloodthirsty contenders grapple for glory. Two living legends fight for their careers as Ric Flair takes on Lex Luger and Dusty Rhodes goes against U.S. heavyweight champion Barry Windham. Also featuring the first ever Triple Cage Tower of Doom match where 10 men struggle in a one-of-a-kind clash for honor. Plus, A 10 lashes to the loser tag team title match, pitting the Fantastics against the Midnight Express with Jim Cornette in a straitjacket above the ring. And Power Meets Power as Nikita Koloff and Sting tag up against the champions Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson. In a country where freedom is everything, the Great American Bash 1988, the price for freedom, is an event you can't afford to miss.
For safety. That's
Are You Gonna Beat Me? Story Morning Glory, Peter Kay's car share.
It really highlights the problem.
Because I here feel safe and happy. Thank you very much.
Listen now on BBC Sounds.
Good morning, it's soon. You could try a wheat bag, put heat in it. That sounds absolute bliss. Don't have one on me, Kyle. Yeah, my bag, I don't know what I've done to it. Joe came in before and he was like, "Are you going to be sick?" I said, "Quite possibly." I'll try and do something. I've got Tiger Balm, keep rubbing it on. Cheers, Kyle. He's also said, is the answer to today's What's the Story Morning Glory, Peter Kay's car share.
It really highlights the problem with jumping to conclusions because, like, everyone's running around scared. Yeah, they are taped up, but come on, they got seatbelts on. What do you mean? You couldn't be that bad. I think he's literally taking the time to give him seatbelts.
That's Kieran's take. On a famous film or TV show, Kyle in Hayward has said, Anna, is it Peter Kay's car share, Kyle? No, it isn't. If you know the answer, you've got 10 minutes to get your answer in. If you don't get it right, it's a
Down the
isn't. If you know the answer, you've got 10 minutes to get your answer in. If you don't get it right, it's a crazy rollover scenario and we continue tomorrow. Are you going to beat me? Get in touch now. 0800 218 2255. The WhatsApp number is 08000 321 333. Start your what? as one of the best of all time HBO greats. Hashtag Succession is trending today. I haven't yet watched the second episode or the third one of the latest season, but now